everybody, I'm Laura.
And I'm Brooks.
Thanks for coming to Lindy from the Ground Up. In this video, we'll be learning the super famous sequence that you see in a lot of vintage clips, and it looks like this. Now you might be saying, Laura, Brooks, those people are amazing. This can't be a beginner video. Yes, it is, because Lindy Hop is all about individual expression and style. There's a very famous saying, "'Tain't what you do, it's the way that you do it."
In this video, you'll be learning what to do, and afterwards, it's on you to style it.
Some important notes about these lessons. 1, it is not a substitute for social dancing. If you want to learn to Lindy Hop, best way to do it is by Lindy hopping. So as soon as you can, get yourself to a dance. 2, there's no way we can tell you everything. There are too many things. So we want you to use your eyes and your mind to figure out as much as you possibly can. That will give you the tools to become a good dancer. All right, let's do this. To give you a better idea of what you're getting into, here's us doing it vanilla and a little slower.
This builds on the basic 6-count rhythm, so if you don't know that already, go back and watch that video, linked in the description.
This sequence is made of 3 different moves that are frequently strung together, but can all be done separately. So we'll be teaching them to you from closed position so you can get as much dance and practice time as possible.
So as you're learning these moves, it's important to remember that leaders and followers have very different goals in the dance.
As a leader, I care about picking the moves and leading them clearly.
And as a follower, I can't care about that because that's not in my control. So what I care about are the things that I have control over. Having good rhythm, holding my shape in such a way where I can feel what Brooks is asking me to do, continuing my momentum consistently without speeding up or slowing down, and being a dancer. And of course, having good rhythm and being a dancer is something we both care about.
True.
The unifying factors. If you want a more in-depth discussion about that, I have a video in the description.
Now let's check out the geography of our first move, the tuck turn.
A geography is where the move goes, but without any of the rhythm or the fun dancey stuff that makes it cool.
Here are some questions to ask yourself. What position do we end in? What position do we start in? Does the lead change orientation? Does the follow change orientation?
You know, the moves just aren't fun without the rhythm.
Well, you're in luck. Let's add the rhythm. Let's clap it out together. Brooks, lay down a beat. Here we go. Now let's see how that basic rhythm fits in with the move.
Ready and angle 2. Ready and angle 3. Ready and angle 4.
Now let's add a basic on either side of the tuck turn, and then as you get more comfortable, loop in the basics from the previous video. As you're practicing, don't watch us, look at us, remember, and then try to do it on your own because we won't be with you when you go out on the social dance floor.
Basic. Add the tuck turn. Basic and open. Get back to close, do it again, basic. Now if you feel comfortable, loosen it up, change some angles.
So now you're probably wondering, how do you lead and follow the tuck turn? Well, this is a basic move, so there are a bunch of different ways to do it. But we gotta teach you a way, so here is one way to do it.
Brooks moves his body forward with his first triple step. Because his hand is on my back, that brings me forward. After that, I have momentum, so I keep on going in the same direction. All Brooks has to do is lift his hand over my head. On the the second triple step, he backs up and I continue in the same direction, which causes a stretchy rock step at the end of the move. If you look at us separately, you can really see how Brooks's movement causes the lead.
If you're having trouble with your footwork, think about moving your triple step sideways along the line. This is super common with traveling moves.
Notice that both Brooks's and my footwork travel sideways. The difference is that Brooks backs up and I continue.
Here's a bunch of other ways that you can do a tuck turn. We're not going to teach them, but it's YouTube, so feel free to break them down. Let's work on the second move, the side pass or the pass by. We're going to start with the geography.
Remember those questions. Do we start in open position or closed position? Do we change orientations or stay in place? Notice we're trading places. Which side of the leader does the follower pass by?
Let's add the rhythm. Here's some things to focus on. First, leaders. We want to be clear and obvious. We're asking our partners to go down the line, so we need to get out of the way.
Followers, we need to go down that straight line. Even though there's a human being in our way, I need to trust that Brooks meant it and that I should go straight forward.
Another common issue I see is when followers fight for a rock step when there's no room to take one. Things are constantly changing on the dance floor, so you want to keep yourself connected and strong so you can feel and respond to the new thing that's happening. What are my goals as a follow? One of those big goals is continuing my momentum until I run out of room. So if I pay attention to where my hand is, if my hand is going backwards, then I can rock step backwards. If my hand is going forwards, then I probably don't have the room to rock step backwards. I should go forwards instead. An easy shortcut is just stepping under your butt. Wherever your butt is, step underneath where that is. Now, ultimately, Lindy Hop is about you dancing like you. So there are all sorts of different ways that you can stay connected to yourself and to your partner, but hopefully this gives you a starting point.
Okay, now add the pass by to the tuck turn.
First, let's isolate it. Let's get into open position. When you feel comfortable, do a few pass-bys. Now get back into closed position. If that felt good, try the tuck turn into the pass-by.
Move, the 6-count circle. Now again, this is a basic move, so there are so many different ways of doing it. So we're going to show you one of those ways. This move has a lot of motion to it, so we're going to start small and then we're going to get larger and larger as we get more comfortable.
First, let's do some geography. Where do we start? Where do we finish? Keep in mind, it does not matter how far we get around.
Let's add the rhythm. Pointing for the leaders, I lead Laura straight towards me, and then I catch her on the back.
Follows, just like the side pass and the tuck turn before it, I need to go straight past my leader.
It's tempting for followers to go around their partners for the circle. Keep in mind what our goal is to continue our momentum. Brooks gave me a straight line at the beginning of the move, so I need to go past Brooks. When he catches me, his movement backwards is what redirects me.
If you're having trouble moving past your leader, cross your right foot in front as you turn to face your partner.
This will help you both continue down the line and face your partner so you're easier to catch. If you look at the movement separately, you can see how both of us are dedicated to our own separate lines. Now let's see how that motion interlocks to create the move.
And let's bring back in those other moves. We'll start off with the basic. We'll do our tuck turn, followed by side pass, and then that circle. As you get more comfortable, start to mix and match. And remember, we want to focus on that rhythm and make sure we're dancing.
And dancing is fun. Bunch of different moves, that's just vocabulary. You'll notice that our circle looks a little bit different than the circle from the vintage videos. A really common variation was putting a break on that second triple step. So let's do that solo footwork together.
Notice the rhythm's the same, we just have a pause instead of that second triple step. Let's isolate the lead. Just like the other moves, Brooks is leading this through his commitment to his own body movement.
Let's partner up and try it together. Initially, start off turning a little bit, and as you get more comfortable, try turning more.
Notice that even though my footwork is stopping, my momentum is not, so I continue into the next rack step. And there you have it. You have the tuck turn, the side pass, the 6-count circle, the 6-count circle with the break. Now you gotta put it all together. Let's do it.
Check out the description. There's a link to a playlist full of great songs that Lindy Hoppers actually danced to back in the day. Now it's up to you to just dance and dance and dance. And remember that Lindy Hop is more than just a string of moves.
And if you like the music from this video, the information is in the description. If you want to support Lindy Hop history and culture, we do too. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to causes that support them.
And of course, the best way to learn how to dance is to dance.